You got Hamburg, but you know, you don't want to make spaghetti. You're not sure what to do. Well, let me tell you, this is a real easy dish to make. There's several variations, but this one is the one I chose. Paul Bunyan burgers. I'm not entirely sure where the name came from. Well, I know he was a lumberjack, but I'm not sure why this dish is Paul Bunyan. But let's get what few ingredients out we need and let's put it together because I'm hungry and this is a real quick dish. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Give me a comment, thumbs up below. That helps the algorithm and that helps me. I'd really appreciate it. So first off, we need our pound of ground beef, and along with that, we need a loaf of bread. It should be a French loaf, but we went to the store, they didn't have any French loaves, so we ended up with an Italian loaf. A little wider, it'll do the same thing. We're also going to need some onion soup mix, a tomato, for flavor. That's optional. And a few slices of cheese. Any kind of cheese you want. I've just got regular. Let's put this together. Once again, you won't believe how simple it is. Baking sheet with some parchment paper on it, and we have our loaf of Italian. Now we're going to cut it lengthwise in half. And it should look something like this when we're done. There's our two halves. Now, next up, let's put that aside for a sec. Let's deal with our ground beef. So in a bowl, in goes our ground beef. Well, this is simple so far. 1 packet of onion soup mix. That gets mixed in with our ground beef. Nice and thoroughly, and that's the flavoring. If you want to put a little salt and pepper, you can. You don't need to. And now what we're going to do with our bread is we're going to take half of the pound of ground beef and put it on both loaves so it looks spread out and something like that. Into the oven, 350, 20 to 30 minutes. Well, keep it at 30, that way you know it's well cooked. And while we're waiting for that, let's slice up our tomato. Well, it's real simple. I would keep them on the thinner side. Only because of what we're making, but if you want thick tomato slices, go ahead. The ones I made were not super thin, but they were big enough by the time we were done. They're not going to shrink down too much in the oven because you've already cooked it. If you put this in with the ground beef, well, the ground beef might not cook. So this is what we're going to use, just to give it some extra flavor. So you can top all of them or some of them. I'm going to do half, just in case somebody doesn't really want tomatoes on their burger. So here's our bread and meat out of the oven, nice and hot, and we're going to put our tomato slices on. And it's a fair-sized tomato, so 3 does half of our loaf, which is great. Now on to our cheese. Unwrap each of them because you don't want the plastic on there. And 3 slices will cover both ends of our burger mix. So there you go. 1 with tomatoes, 1 without. Now we got to put it in the oven. If you're going to use a broiler, 1 to 2 minutes, watch it. If not, you'll do like me, 350 for about 10 to 15 minutes and it'll get all melty. Out of the oven, nice and melty. So these look pretty good. Let's give one a slice. Use the right knife too. Something with a serrated edge on it will work much nicer. Oh, my tomato's trying to fall off. So we're going to get 6 decent burgers out of this. And there's one with cheese and tomato. That looks pretty good to me. And I told you it wasn't hard to put together. Paul Bunyan burgers. They're yummy. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this in any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.